Dubai, the most luxurious place in the world. Just 50 years ago, Dubai was merely a small town in the middle of the desert. Today, Dubai serves as the luxurious face of the Middle East and the biggest attraction that part of the world has to offer. Undoubtedly, you've seen photos of the Burj Al Arab Hotel, the crescent-shaped skyscraper built on a man-made island. You also probably know that Dubai is home to the world's tallest building, and you might have even seen Tom Cruise scaling it in an installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. That building is called the Burj Khalifa, and it stands 2,722 feet high. Yes, I'm sure to Dubai, and it became one of the biggest cities in the Middle East. However, today, Dubai only makes 5% of its revenue from oil because its reserves aren't nearly as lucrative as some of its UAE neighbors. Dubai makes the majority of its revenue from trade, real estate, and tourism. Dubai has become the business center of the UAE since it can no longer rely on oil production alone. But this adjustment has not discouraged this incredibly rich city from growing. Dubai is growing in population just as much as it's growing vertically. In fact, about 1/4 of all cranes are located in Dubai. That's right, about 25% of cranes in existence are in just It is officially labeled as a 5-star hotel, but some have dubbed this stunning building with the highest remark of 7 stars. This 7-star label is up for debate, as the authority on the matter of luxury hotels has not been agreed upon. But 7-star or not, this hotel is truly magnificent. If you want to spend a night in the royal suite at the Al Arab, it'll cost you just over $24,000. The interior of the Burj Al Arab is adorned with around 1,790 square meters of 24-karat gold leaf. But even that can't touch the glorious views of the immaculate city and the picture-perfect Gulf. Along with extremely tall buildings, the city is keen on building man-made islands. Both the Palm Islands and the World Islands are two incredibly ambitious projects that came to fruition with the help of a whole lot of cash. The construction of the Palm Islands not only cost $12 billion to build, but it also required 94 million cubic meters of sand. To put that into perspective, 94 million cubic meters of sand Now, law enforcement isn't usually something that comes to mind when speaking in terms of luxury. But it sure is in Dubai. As a means of wooing the tourists, Dubai's police force uses supercars as their patrol vehicles. This includes cars such as the Ferrari FF that goes for around $500,000, the Lamborghini Aventador that goes for around $400,000, and my personal favorite, an Aston Martin 177 for the reasonable price of $1.79 million. Trust me when I say this, nothing makes a man feel more like James Bond than flooring an Aston Martin 177. Ooh, makes me want to take mine out for a spin right now. Anyway, using these spectacular cars is just Dubai being Dubai. But hey, Dubai is the 8th safest city in the world, so more power to them. This isn't all due to the supercars, of course. The UAE, in general, has rather strict laws due to the Islamic constitutional monarchies that operate the Emirates government. Some Sharia laws exist in Dubai as well, so if you're on vacation with your missus, checking out the bougie police force, make sure the two of you don't get caught smooching. Salaries. There really isn't much of a middle ground between the class divide in Dubai. But just like any country divided, there's always a sport to bring the people together. Well, that's the idea anyway. And in this case, this sport is camel racing. It's a bit of a sore subject for me, considering back in '96 I lost about 500,000 in a camel race to some sheik in Sharjah. But that was a different time. Camel racing in Dubai is almost equivalent to American football in the US. And Dubai's twist on the sport is that instead of children jockeys, they've began to use robots. You see, camel racing has a bit of a dark past. It used to be the case that small children would be forced to ride the camels. As a massive pedestrian mall, but will contain hotels and apartments, along with roads and parks. The massive structure will more than double the size of Monaco. The idea starts to make sense when you consider Dubai can reach temperatures of 115 degrees Fahrenheit regularly. But the idea begins to make less sense again when you consider the cost. The cost has not yet been determined officially, but estimates have been made in the tens of billions of dollars. And keep in mind, the price tag would be much higher if the workers were not dreadfully underpaid. The Dome is planned to have 100 hotels and serviced apartments, totaling 20,000 rooms. It seems an audacious architectural feat. We've never known Dubai to aspire for anything less. Due to the speed at which Dubai has been growing, it never developed a standard address system. In fact, until 2015, instead of an address line on a mailing label, There was a space where residents could draw a map or write out specific instructions. Thankfully, they have established 10-digit numbers that serve as addresses, and I'm sure it's a whole lot easier to be a delivery driver in Dubai nowadays. So,